Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how I created this Desi Perkins inspired glitter cut crease. Desi Perkins is one of my favorite YouTubers. If you don't know her, go check her out on YouTube. She's amazing. So yeah, a few days ago I saw this look on her channel and I was like, oh my god, I want to recreate it. So if you want to see how I created this glitter cut crease, please continue watching. For primer, I use this Nivea Men Sensitive Aftershave Balsam, and I used it a few times and I have to say I really love it. I also love the smell of it. For foundation, I use this Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, and I'm applying this with a Real Techniques brush. This is the stippling brush, and I'm also going to use a beauty blender, of course. For my brows, I'm using this NYX Tame and Frame Brow Gel in the color Noir. And I also have a full step-by-step brow tutorial, so if you want to see that, I will leave the link in the description box down below. So here I'm just filling in my brows, and then I'm going to use a brow powder, the Sigma Duo brow powder in the color Dark Brown, to finish off my brows. To prime my eyelids, I'm going to use this Essence I Love Stage Eye Primer, and I'm applying this with a MAC concealer brush. Then I'm going to take the Maybelline Fit Me concealer and I'm going to carve out my brows. And then it's time for eyeshadows, and I'm using my new Morphe palette, and this is the 35 Warm palette. So the first color that I'm going to use is this orangey color, and I'm applying this into my crease with my MAC 217 brush. Next, I'm going to use this brown color, and I'm applying this into my crease as well with the same 217 brush from MAC. Then I'm going to take a bigger and fluffier brush to blend everything out. The next color that I'm going to use is this darker brown color, and I'm applying this with a Zoeva Luxe Petite crease brush into my crease. And I'm going to blend it out until I'm happy with how everything looks. And these eyeshadows are so pigmented and so blendable, I just love it. So next, I'm going to cut my crease, and I'm using the eye primer from Essence, the I Love Stage Eye Primer, and a concealer brush. And as you can see, I'm just drawing a line and cutting my crease step by step. So you have to take it very slow and create a very sharp line. And if you mess up, it doesn't really matter because we're going to use glitter anyways. So just take it very slow and work step by step. Then I'm going to take this light champagne color, and I'm going to apply it on top of the eye primer to make it brighter, and I'm really packing this color until I'm happy with how it looks. Then I went back in with this Zoeva brush to blend out the line a little bit, and I didn't use more product, I just used whatever was left on the brush. Then it's time for eyeliner, and I'm using my all-time favorite, of course, the NYC liquid liner in black, and I'm just creating a simple winged eyeliner as usual. And then it's time for some glitter, and I'm using the NYX glitter liner in the color French Champagne, and I'm applying this right where I created that cut crease, so right on top of that line. And then I'm going back in with that champagne color to clean up the line. Then it's time for concealer, and I'm using the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Concealer in the color Nude. And as usual, I'm applying this under my eyes, on my forehead, the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin. And I'm also going to apply it right under my contour, under the cheekbones. Oh, and I totally forgot to tell that I already applied lashes. These are a Noir Fairy from House of Lashes. And then I'm going to blend everything out with my Real Techniques foundation brush. I'm also going to use my beauty blender, of course, as usual. No, seriously, my beauty blender is my all-time favorite holy grail beauty tool. I mean, like, I use it every day and every time, and I just cannot live without it. It's seriously the best. And I think, yeah, I'm sure it's a must-have. So if you don't have it, go and buy it, because you can use it for foundation, for concealer, to set the concealer. You can use it for everything. It's a must-have. For contour, I'm using the Kiko contouring pencil, and these are amazing as well. They're so blendable and pigmented, and I just love it. I'm also going to contour my nose, the forehead, of course, my jawline, my cheekbones as usual, and also a bit under my lips. Then I'm going to use my beauty blender first to blend out my nose contour, and then I'm going to use a stippling brush from MAC to blend out all the other contour lines. To set the concealer, I'm using my Makeup Studio translucent powder and my beauty blender, of course. And I really love this translucent powder. It's almost finished, but I think I'm going to buy a new one. And to set the contour, I'm going to use the Benefit Hoola bronzer, and I'm applying this with the brush that comes with the bronzer onto my cheekbones, my jawline, forehead, and also my nose. And then my favorite part, highlighter. I'm using the Mary Luminizer from the Bomb Cosmetics, and this highlighter is the bomb. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed, really. I love highlighters, and I was so happy with this one. It's such a nice champagne gold highlighter. So I'm applying this as usual on the highest points of my cheeks, the tip of my nose, cupid's bow, and also a bit above my eyebrows. Then I'm going to use this beautiful blush from Milani Cosmetics, and it's the Luminoso blush, and I'm applying this with a blush brush from BH Cosmetics. Then it's time for my under eyes, and I'm using the same colors. So first the orangey one, then the brown color, and then the dark brown color. And then I applied a bit of that Mary Luminizer highlighter into the inner corners of my eyes. For mascara, I use this L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara in Extra Black, and I'm applying a few coats on my lower lashes. For lips, I used Honey Love from MAC Cosmetics, and when I applied it, I was like, it's a bit too light. So I mixed it with a lipstick from Rimmel, and this is in the color Nothing Hill Nude. And then I also used a lip liner from Maybelline, and this is the lip liner in the color Nude Perfection. And to make it a bit more matte, I used the translucent powder from Makeup Studio, and I just tapped it on with my fingers. So this is the final result. I hope you all enjoyed. If so, please click on thumbs up, share and subscribe. And for all the makeup details, please visit my blog labeautyworld.com. And of course, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Facebook and Snapchat. I will leave all the links in the description box. And if you have any suggestions or requests for videos, please let me know in a comment down below.